Hi, my name is Sherland and today I'll be presenting the project that I've done as part of the mobile app development course here at eTech Training. Before I go into the app, just a little background on why I chose the app. So I'm a very detailed and meticulous person. So I like to keep good records of just about everything, including how I spend my money. Right now, I do it in a Microsoft Access database, which I have on my computer at home. So when I go out and I spend my money, I have to try to remember what it is I spent, how much I spent on what. And when I come back home, then I update the database. So what I decided to do for my project was to create an app that I can track my expenses. So I no longer have to come home and update this database. I can just enter all my expenses on the fly as soon as I purchase something, because, well, I always have my phone on me. So without further ado, let's talk about the app. Now, here you have the landing screen. So once you launch the app, you'll get to this nice page here with the little money bag animation, some inspirational quotes, and you have the two buttons here which show the two main functions of the app, which are adding an expense and reviewing or managing expenses that you've already added. So let's say when I'm finished here, I decide to go down the road and buy some dinner from Sherland. So I make my purchase and then I want to add that to my expense tracker. So I come here, I click add expense. Now the interface is very simple, very easy to follow. And here on the form to enter the expenses, I have hinting, so you can see what is supposed to go into each box, and I also have error checking. So if I was to come now as it is without entering anything and try to save this expense, what will happen is I'll get a whole heap of red and some prompts below showing me what I need to do. So I get things like please include item purchase, please include purchase date, etc. So let's say now I come and I put 3 spaces or so in item and I try. It's still going to be red. It's still going to give me back the hint saying into item purchase, because empty space is just empty space. It's not actually a valid input. So here, let's say I bought I think Sherland has a wrap special now. So let's say I bought a wrap special. So I put wrap special. I choose today's date. My category is food. I can choose to enter further details about the purchase or not. So right now I'll just say yum yum. P, who was the purchase brought from? Sherland. Now let's say just stop here and try to save. Everything that I've entered so far was valid, but I still haven't entered an amount or the payment method. So you see, you still have the 2 prompts here, and those items are still red. So let's say try to put some letters instead of the amount here for amount, and try to save. It doesn't work because it's not a valid number. So I come back here, I think that special is maybe like $18, and I paid by my MasterCard. I click save. It gives you a summary saying the following transaction was successfully added. You can review, make sure everything is correct, then hit finish. So it takes you back to the previous page where you can add another expense, or you can review expenses And if at any point in time when you're entering information into the app to add a new expense and you want to start over, you have this clear button. You can basically just clear the whole form. Now, we've done that, and let's say we want to review our expenses. It's as simple as click review expenses. Then you have a list here of all the expenses that you've added to the app with the latest expense first. So you can scroll through and see, yeah, I've been spending some money. Now, from here, you can also edit an expense if you realize that something's wrong, or delete it altogether. So let's say the wrap special actually cost $16 instead of $18. I can click on edit this record. Then I can go and I can put 16 and hit save. So then it comes back, tells me your changes have been saved. You can still continue editing. So at this point, I can make further changes, or I can go back, add a new expense, or I can review the expenses again. Now remember, there was error checking when you first added the expense. So obviously, you should not be able to come now and put foolishness in it when you're editing. So let's say I came out of this and I wanted to put nothing for one of the required fields like the P. So I do that, I hit save. You see it's going to come up with the red highlight again, and then the message saying please include the vendor name. So put batch effect here and save my changes, and there you have it. Then I can go back, review expenses again. Now let's say Miss Whitney, the lecturer for this course, saw me at Chefette when I was eating my special, and she said, Sherland, I was very impressed with your app today. Let me treat you for this food. So, you know, she gives me back my $16 that I paid for the special. So now I no longer need to have this expense tracked in my app because I got back the money. So I can go delete it. So I come and I click delete. Now, usually you don't want to have a case where you're scrolling through and you miss and click delete and delete something that you want. So once you click delete, you're taken to a confirmation page where you can say, okay, are you sure you want to delete the following record? You see a summary of the record, so you can click yes, that little teeny button, and there's a big button for no, I didn't really mean to press delete. In this case, we actually meant to press delete, so I'll go ahead and I'll click yes. And there you see transaction with ID 22 is deleted. The entry is no longer there, so you can scroll through and see all your other entries. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. It's very straightforward, easy to use. You can pretty much navigate to any of the functionality within the app from any of the pages. You can add expenses, manage the expenses. You can go back home and see your lovely money bags there and think about all the money you're saving when you can track your spending. And yeah, that's about it.